Hello, 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 hello. Hi, Gemini. Welcome to your snow moon, full moon reading for February 19, 2019. I will be using the Psychic Tarot for the Heart Oracle deck as your clarifier, and I will be using your Tattoo Tarot as your main spreads. Um, all right, let me jump right into things. Okay, there's a couple of things that I want to bring to your attention. So, first and foremost, I want to just recap on where we have been thus far. So, let's go back to the middle of December, to the last 2 weeks of December, where we brought in Capricorn, and then Capricorn helped us bring in the new year, and then we went into Aquarius. So before we went to Aquarius, we were pretty serious about things. This is Capricorn. This is what Capricorns do. So, within that frame, we were very focused on getting things done and getting our goals and the new me, new year type of vibes. Then Aquarius comes in and they're like, no, 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 wait, life needs to have a balance, right? Let's play a little. So now that we're leaving Aquarius with this new moon and entering into the Pisces season, it's very important that we recognize where we are, where we have come from, where we are right now. So with this snow full moon, we are now going into the actual new beginnings. We're preparing for transformation. So it's important. This is why I brought you back to the second week of the last 2 weeks of December all the way till now. I want you to revisit your goals for the new year. I want you to sit down and say, do I really need this goal? Is this a goal that I really want to do this year? Maybe it'll be better if I make it a goal for next year. Maybe I need to prepare to make it a goal for next year, right? So it's important that we know, what our trajectory has been since the last 2 weeks of December, January, and the first 2 weeks in February under Aquarius, so that we can really take advantage of entering Pisces season, right? So let me talk a little about this snow moon that's happening on the 19th. I call it specifically myself. I call it the cleansing moon. I call it the cleansing moon because if you think about it, this is the full moon that's going to sit between the winter time and preparing to say hello to the spring. So it is the best time to cleanse. Once we get into the spring, then we can go into other things. But right now, I think it's a great time for us to cleanse. So this new moon is going to be offering us new habits, optimism, right? Let's take advantage of being optimistic about things. We can work on new images like diet, lifestyle, relationships, synchronicities with the universe, with spiritualism. This is the time where you see a lot of people posting videos on social media like, um, the money challenge or the uh, get fit, get healthy, eat more veggies type of challenges, right? This is what we start seeing around this time. So it's the cleansing moment of the year. So important facts about snow moon is that it is coming in Virgo. Now, interesting for us to know that Virgo is ruled by Mercury. Mercury is really big on putting yourself first, not out of ego, but think of it as within, so without type of deal. So the better you work within yourself, the better you work within communicating with yourself and getting to know yourself, the better you'll be able to communicate with others, right? So Virgo will definitely be bringing in a lot of solidification, right? So then when you mix that in with Pisces season, which is a water sign, actually all water signs, think of the ocean when you think of water signs. And you see how the ocean gets really deep, right? It almost has no ending, right? That's how water signs are. Now, with Pisces specifically, let's focus on imagination, intuition, the depth that our imagination can have, which, just like the ocean, it's infinite. um, Intuition, just like the ocean, is infinite. So this is the time where we want to cleanse, we want to revisit our goals, we want to revisit our finances, we want to revisit our relationships, we want to do all of that and start cleansing the bad, right? And enjoying the good and continuously feeding the good, feeding the what do I want, our goals, right? So that's pretty much what I wanted to talk about for this new moon. As you do your manifestations and as you do your rituals for the new moons, these are the type of things, this is the type of mentality I want you to have. All right? All right, Gemini, let's jump into your reading. Um, yeah, let's jump into your reading. All right, my dears. So, what is it that we have to shed light on? What is it that needs to be illuminated? So, here we have the, oh, interesting. Oh, that's interesting. Interesting. Okay, we have the Nine of Wands here. Okay, so it gives us this idealism of coming out of a phase that was a bit hard. You know, you might have gotten hit quite hard out of a situation, almost like I feel you see the mountains in the back, and you see how the whole card is just black and white, almost as if you know you have been cleansing, Gemini. You have been getting rid of a lot of things. You're coming from down from the mountain, so you've been on spiritual journeys, you've been on self reflection, you've been on that, right? And that's what we really need to shed light on. um Almost like you went into the mountains and you were able to refine yourself, rekindle with your spiritual team, and you're fired up, right? That's what we need to shed light on. What have we learned thus far? What has this journey brought us to? What have we learned? What is it that we know that no longer serves us? These are the type of things we need to shed light on through your moon ritual. Now, what is it that we need to release? We need to release. So here we have the Emperor in reverse, right? So we need to become the Emperor, Gemini. That's what we need to do, okay? So let me show you the Emperor right side up. The Emperor right side up, first of all, he has a full moon in his hand as is, period, the end, right? Now, here's the thing about the Emperor. The Emperor is someone who is very intellectual. This person is solid. An emperor knows the answers to most of things. But for your case specifically, Gemini, it's more of you need to stop acting like you don't know because you know that you know. I think your struggle is more of how do I live with this truth? How do I bring this truth to light? Right? This is where you're at. So we need to release wanting to not know or sitting in secrecy where you know that you deserve to be in the know, you deserve to be in the light. There is something that you do know and it has to come to light, right? You're not as dumb as you portray yourself to be. um and it's about time that you start embracing the fact that this is who you truly are, and it's okay to bring that out to people. You know, I almost feel like some of you guys have a like a character issue. I have to be honest. I feel like some of you guys are afraid of coming out. There's a secret that you've been holding that you really need to bring out. Um, and the thing is that, you know, you've gone through this journey where you've been able to find yourself and question yourself and think about things, and you know that this is what it is. So now it's like, how are you preparing yourself to bring everybody else to the same light, to bring everybody else to be on the same level with you, with understanding, with information, right? That's what we need. So what does what transformation is it that we should be looking forward with you, Gemini? What are we getting ready to emerge, right? So we have, let's see, what do we have here? 5, 6, 7, 8. So we have the Eight of Cups here, but it's in reverse, right? It's in reverse. So here's the thing. It's almost as if, notice how he has all of these wands here, right? And then the transformation requires, see how, let me show you this right side up. Notice how he still has that wand in his hand. This is the Knight of Wands, 9 of Wands, meaning he has 9 wands, right? Meaning he's beat up. And the transformation needs to be where that one wand that you needed to for completion, you've gotten it. Now you are in color. Now you're back to life. Now you're back to living. Now you're coming out of the closet. You're no longer in darkness. You're no longer hiding things. So now you get to indulge in the emotional aspects of coming out, of making sure that everybody understands this new you, right? Thing is, though, I don't think it's really a new you. I think you've always been this way. I just think that you have had challenges on how to express yourself, or how to, you're dealing with judgments. You almost feel like you're going to be judged for this thing that you have to bring forward to everybody. All right, now the transformation is in reverse, meaning I can tell that you're going to have a hard time. This is something that you have had a hard time with in the past. This is not new, but I think that now you're ready. We have the Emperor here. It is in reverse, but it's here. Um, and the minute that we're able to bring this Emperor right side up, hopefully you're able to manifest this throughout the full moon ritual that you will be doing. And guys, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, or if you need any ideas on how to manifest or do your moon rituals, by all means email me indumquest@gmail.com, because I can help you come up with a moon ritual that's catered specifically for you. So by bringing the Emperor right side up, we're able to then be able to become complete, okay, and be able to now deal with the emotional side of not only yourself but others. Remember, Virgo is ruled by Mercury. Mercury is very big on communication, which is something that is clear here. You need to have communication with more than one person. It's coming out to more than one person, and the emotional stages that you're gonna go through with each person that you shed the light with, right? So these two will be able to come right side up, all depending on how you handle the moon, this snow moon, and the cleansing that you need to do. If you see here, what needs to be shed light on, again, it's black and white. It has no color, meaning it's been cleansed. Now you're going to start filling in the color and the emotions and the passions and all of that by the process and transformation that you will be bringing in after this snow moon, okay? Based on how you handle your snow moon. So let me bring out some clarifiers for you guys. So let's see here. Right. So you have been seeking the truth. This is what you have been doing. That's why this Nine of Wands is here. We have been able to seek the truth. Again, like I said, you were able to sit down. You've been able to go on spiritual journeys. You've been able to sit down and think things through, to write things, and just imagine almost what would it look like if I was to tell this person or that person. Like, this is what you're running mentally. You could be a little bit exhausted for sure, but you've been seeking the truth, and you know what, you've come to a conclusion where you know where you are, you know where you stand, you know what the truth is, and you're ready to shed light. But now comes in with the how, right? How do we do this? So I think what matters is that you have been, again, this is your clarifier, that you've been detached of who you actually need to be. You know that you have the information, you know that you have the knowledge, but now how do you bring in the emotional side, of yourself and merge these things, right? You have to merge them in order to be able to rebuild, right? Once you're able to surprise people, or not really surprise them, but once you're able to express and come out with these secrets of yours, with this truth of yours, there's going to be some emotional turbulence, right? We definitely have the Eight of Cups here in reverse. But the good thing is that anything that is in reverse, as long as it's in your layout, it is my belief that you can always turn it right side up, right? And you will be able to rebuild, but this time you're gonna rebuild the way it's supposed to be, the way it should be, with clarity. You're gonna be able to build and live with your true self, and therefore others will be able to live and enjoy you and be with your true self. Understand, Gemini? So thank you for your reading. I hope that this helps you set your intentions for this full moon, and I hope you really work towards cleansing. I will be working a lot with cleansers, specifically between February 19th through March 19th to the next moon, which I'm not going to go into at this moment just for time's sakes of the video. But if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. You can go to my website as well, www.intomquest.com. All right, Gemini, thank you so much for your time. Thank you for liking, sharing, and subscribing. And I hope that you take really good advantage of this cleansing moon.